Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to go over with you a recent article found here at KD Nuggets. They're a very popular website for machine learning, data science. I don't think we need to go into all the hubbub about machine learning, but let's talk about some of the open source libraries out there from various companies. So here's the chart. Now remember, there's always a video counterpart to these podcasts, but if you're watching it, we've got TensorFlow right up there as easily the #1, and then scikit-learn, Theano, and Keras are the other ones. There's Torch, a few other ones. But the one library that's easily #1 is TensorFlow from Google. I put up another article where it was like something like 80% of the. It's a huge, huge number of people that use TensorFlow versus other libraries, as I just mentioned. It's open source. It's done in C++, but it's heavily interfaced with Python. So there's that. There's Theano, which is another alternative. I think it's a little older. It's easier to use, as far as I know. It's just not growing as fast because TensorFlow is pretty cryptic when it comes to the working of the coding front end of it. I still want to do a course on it. I just posted a standard course found on Coursera using, I think it was MATLAB and Octave. So we have Theano, which is a mature library, but I think it's just dropping off. Moving on to other, there's Torch, which is from Framework, from Facebook. It's Lua. It's kind of smart how it's done, but there is an interface with it with Python, and as I said, Python's a standard way to go about doing machine learning. Scikit is another one that's fairly old as well. I think it was done 100% in Python, and unfortunately that seems to be dying off. I know Apple's got a few. I don't really think that'll take off as long as Google and TensorFlow are pretty well entrenched the whole market for machine learning libraries and frameworks. There's the other one called CAF2. I'm not even going to mention that. I don't think it's worth it. There is Apple coming out, but I really think that Swift is getting popular, but more on the back end. I just don't see a Swift or any of the Apple technologies picking up where Google TensorFlow's at. And there's Keras as well, which is built on top of TensorFlow. It's more for an easier way to interface with TensorFlow. But all in all, I think TensorFlow is pretty well a standard and will be a standard for a while. And we haven't even talked about the Google DeepMind, which is another project which seems to be growing. And I'm not sure if that is built upon the TensorFlow, but apparently that's getting big too, and that's going to be like the equivalent of the next generation. So those are all the current machine learning libraries out there, but if you're a betting guy and you want to bet the future, yeah, TensorFlow seems to be the one to go with. Hope that'll help you out later.